This is Kurt with WPHorde, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Google Forms and how we can utilize them inside of WPHorde, thus helping take care of any issues of you not being able to import or utilize autoresponder files or forms inside of WordPress.com sites. So let's just get right into it, shall we? So we are at Google Forms, and we're going to come down. You can create a form for anything that you want, let's say for even contact information. I have one already set up here, so I'm just going to click on it. And you're going to notice that it has the email, name, and then email again. This one we really don't need, so what I'm going to do is trash can this one. So we have email, name, address, phone number, comments. I'm going to get rid of the phone number as well, because if we don't need that, and comments would be fine. And sometimes you really don't need address. I'm going to get rid of the address. So it's going to be email, name, comments. So now what can we do? So we're going to come over to responses. And what you're going to want to do is make sure that you're going to be accepting responses, and you're going to be able to add those responses into a Google Sheet. Now, of course, you can click here and unlink from. We're going to unlink that from that. Are you sure? Yes, unlink. So now we are unlinked. So I'm just going to put contact info as the name here. Boom. Shorten that down just a little bit, just to give it a little bit more uniqueness from what we originally had. So now we're going to create a spreadsheet, and we're just going to call it contact info responses. I'm going to click on create. So now it's created that, and then of course there's the time, date, stamp info of a test that I did a little bit ago. Who has responded, the name, etc. So we can see that. We can come over to settings. You can make the responses for collecting email on. Send responders a copy of the response. I'm going to leave that off. Allow response editing. Turn that on if you wanted to. Limit to one response. So someone has to, they'll be required to sign into Google. But in this case, we're going to turn that off. In the form defaults, I collect email addresses by default. We can go ahead and turn that off and then leave that as is. And then we're going to click send. And then we're going to click right here for the embed HTML. We're going to copy that. We're going to come back over to WPHorde, and we're going to click on spun content. We're going to paste in that Google form. And we're just going to give it a title of Google Forms, and then we're going to select the blogs that we're going to be sending it to. And all of them are selected. And then, of course, the tags, our famous tags of testing, and, of course, the category, not of Tesla phone. We are going to want testing as well. Get rid of that. And we're going to leave this as draft. We're not going to select an image, but you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's just type in form and see what we get and click on go. Hey, what do you know? We have some forms here. We can go ahead and just select a few, and we'll get rid of those too. And then go ahead and click done and click start. So now it is posting that form to my WordPress self-hosted sites, as well as it's going out to the WordPress.com hosted sites, which is definitely going to help because Google Forms are allowed to be on there, but autoresponder forms are not. This is a way that we're going to be able to get around that because of the great integrations that Google Forms has with Zapier and Integromat. And I'll show you that here in just a moment. So it is done. We're going to click on View Report. We're going to scroll down to the bottom. We're going to go to test1.wphorde.com, and we're going to look for the Google form, and there is the Google form. That looks pretty nice, so we're going to close that out. Now we're going to come over to hellockc.wordpress.com. We're going to click on that, and it's going to take us over, and there's the image, and then here is our contact form. So it's got my email address. I'm just going to go ahead and put in a different email address here, and then type in my name, and then hello. And then I'm going to click on submit, and then boom, it's done. It's sent. And if we come over to here, we could see that it has that information. But the nice part is if we come over to my Integromat, we can actually, what we're going to do is we're going to click here. We're going to make sure that we're connected to the right one because this is the nice one. So we have contact info, and then of course it's form responses one. We're going to limit to that. That's exactly what we're wanting to do. Click OK. We're going to click save, and we're going to choose run once. We're going to come back and we're going to look at this real quick. Kurt@usisp.com, and then of course the comment of hello. So it is now sent over to my MailerLite and has been added over into MailerLite as a user in a particular group that I have set up in MailerLite. So that is how we can use Google Forms to do email collection across WordPress.com as well as your own WordPress sites. This is something that I know is going to be highly sought after, and the reason why I wanted to go in to this level of detail. If you have any questions on how to integrate Google Forms into Zapier and Integromat, there are tons of videos on YouTube that can help you on that. But I just wanted to let you know that it is possible. WPHorde allows you to disseminate your autoresponder sign-up form through Google Forms. Thank you. Have a great day.